Okay guys, hi and welcome. Let me adjust this a little bit because I think my head is getting cut off. Okay, today you're gonna get two recipes because I need half of this. I need this recipe to make tonight's dinner. This recipe comes from my friend Miss Lippy, and I love it because I love beef stroganoff. And she has this recipe to be able to make it in a jar. So I'm gonna share it with you, my people. Okay. I have a long list here, but it's easy stuff. Actually, guys, I had everything in my pantry except two items, I believe. And that is powdered sour cream, easily gotten on Amazon and not terribly, and that's organic, not terribly expensive. I had showed you guys this in another recipe, the dried milk, which is really a good thing to have. Now that I bought it and I paid the $20 or so, 21 something, I'm happy because all you do is add milk to it. Water. It's organic. This is really good emergency milk. So I'm actually happy to have it, and I'm going to look for more recipes to do with it because it's got vitamins A and D and calcium, and I need that stuff. You know, Vinny doesn't want to try it, but I'm going to add it to a glass of cold water and just see what it tastes like. I'll know right away, and if I don't like how it tastes drinking, I'll use it for recipes. So there you go. Let's start this off. You need what is this, the 1 quart, I believe she said, the 1 quart jar. I got this at the Dollar Tree, which is fair, and it's good. It's wide mouth. Okay, so let's begin. First off, this makes 2 to 4 servings. We're gonna put, this is brandy new, 1/3 cup of powdered milk. Okay. Let's put that over there. Where's my 1/3 cup? Okay. I'm gonna keep a bowl nearby, guys, so that I don't spill. Okay. Perfectly, looks like a perfect 1/3 cup of milk. Okay. I lost a teeny bit. See? Alrighty. Oh, and one thing I liked about this, I said, oh, how am I ever going to get through this? I'm going to freeze it, clean out pantry, help to deplete and reduce. And this is good for like 2 years. This lasts, I'm going to keep it in a dry, cool place, covered. I may even put the whole thing in plastic. And it's good to September of 27. It's pretty good. Even if I use it just for baking and my stroganoff. Okay. That's the first big thing in there. 1 tablespoon of the powdered sour cream. This I've never tried. I'm very curious, very interested to see what this tastes like in the recipe because I know I love stroganoff. Now what does it say? 1/3 cup of the milk and 1 tablespoon of the sour cream. Dude, gotta pay attention here, guys. And it's not my recipe. Little more sour cream ain't gonna hurt me because I kind of like my stroganoff tangy, so I'm not gonna sweat that. All right, I'm gonna put things aside as I go through them and use them so I don't make up any mistakes here. Okay, what's next up? This is, okay, small stuff. The onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Let's get them here. Onion powder, 1 teaspoon. These are 1 teaspoon each. Let me get my measure out. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. There you go. See, it's pretty general stuff, guys. I know you all have it. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder that I can't get out. Again, I like more garlic too. Okay. That's the garlic. Salt is 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to eyeball that. Okay. Pepper, 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to eyeball that too. Okay. Dry oregano, 1/4 teaspoon. Where's my 1/4 teaspoon? Oh, I'm going to pull the whole top off because, you know, I never use the poor side. Okay, here's the 1/4. And this is good organic oregano. There you go. I tend to add a little bit more money and try to buy the organic and best spices I can, dry. because I feel they lend a good amount of flavor. And if you're using them all for a flavor in a bland dish, it's good. This is, I mean, you can smell it the minute I open the jar. I like that. Okay. Look over paprika, half a teaspoon. No, sweet, sweet, regular paprika, not smoked. Smoke's not for this recipe. And what does it say, how much? A half a teaspoon. Here's the half a teaspoon. Having trouble getting my opening say. Okay, there we go. Half, okay. Okay. I think we've completed all the dry goods. No, we haven't. 2 more. Okay. But that's basically your spices. And like I said, guys, you're watching what I'm putting in, you pretty much have this. I'm telling you. Next up is half a tablespoon of cornstarch. Always have this in my pantry to thicken any gravy. And what is it? A half a tablespoon. Uh-oh. How much is a half a tablespoon? All right, I'm gonna have to wing this because I don't know how much is a half a tablespoon, but I could tell you from here I'm gonna know right away. Okay. I'm gonna lowball a little bit because I know I can always add a touch of slurry to the final dish if I have any problems. I could work through that. I'm not afraid, but I'd rather not overdo it in here because I don't have the exact measurement. Do they even make a half a tablespoon? It should be on here, seriously. Okay, brown gravy, 1.5 tablespoons. That's easy. 1.5 tablespoons. I'm going to use my McCormick because I bought this before I made my own, and I'll have a tiny bit of my own left over. That is a good one. And it's funny. Let me just show you something. Talk about on point. I'm right up there with McCormick. Look at their color of theirs and look at mine. It's like really the same. Okay. 1.5 tablespoons. So let's do 1 over the bowl. So that's 1. And a half. Okay. And a half. Again, I cooked so much that I'm not worried. If I had to add a little ground gravy master, a bit more touch of my own seasoning, my other brown gravy, I'm good to go. I'm not worried, so don't stress it. Okay, I think that's everything except the dry stuff now. Now, see it's all in here? Okay. We're going to mix it around. Okay, now we have to add the noodles to it. 1.5 cups of dry noodles. I was worried. It looked like it wouldn't fit all into her container, but I was like, oh, watch me have problems on camera. And I like a little more, so I think I'm going to put, okay, 1 and 1/2, 1.5. I'm going to put a little bit more. I know it. I could see already. Oh, man, that was easy. 1.5. It does fit well. You saw it here. See, that's why I was saying put a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Here comes the mess. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 1 fell down. And 2 more for good measure. In case I was light. Maybe 1 more. 2 more. All right. I have to. I just made it my own. I hope you're watching, Lippy. Okay. I want to make you proud. I think that's everything in this jar. Now, what we're missing is the part you're going to see me make this for dinner tonight. Okay. I have that leftover ground beef from the hamburger I can't even speak today, that I made for Vinny last night. It's perfect because this recipe, she said, requires a half a pound of ground beef, which is what I have in the refrigerator, and I have a half an onion I'm going to dice up. So tonight, what I'm going to do on camera is show you how I take this jar of beef stroganoff with its mix and that, and we're going to get some brown gravy or water. You could use either or in the recipe, and we're going to add this whole jar to it and cook beef stroganoff from a jar. So let me pause till then. Okay guys, welcome back in. I'm not sick or anything. I think I'm getting a cold, and I just chopped that whole onion, and I don't know what the heck happened to me, but anyways, welcome back. I'm gonna do part 2 of my friend Miss Lippy's beef stroganoff in a jar. We have our mix here I did earlier. I showed you everything in here. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited about this one because it's one of my favorite recipes. And it so coincides with what I did yesterday for last night's dinner, taking that ground beef pound and making Vinny a dinner, and now tonight I have another dinner for the both of us. So basically, for $8.95, I fed 3 people. And it's fun because they're both diversified, different meals. This is cool. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it. How is 70s term? Am I a 70s girl? I am. Okay. Let's get serious, and I'm also using my heavy wide rim Cuisinart pan, even though if you can't see completely into it. Sorry for my cinematography. I hope you can. Oh, it really got me, that onion. Jeez. Okay. Now, I did the whole recipe for all the mix to get the noodles and the stroganoff. So what is she saying now? A half a pound of ground beef and diced onions, saute in butter. Uh-oh, I used oil, Lippy. Okay, then when meat is browned, okay, so let's do that. That's there. Here's my meat from last night, from the leftover package. Let me just rinse my hands to be certain I'm clean. You know, I'm touching stuff and rubbing my nose, and I'm sneezing because I'm cutting an onion. I look like I'm crying. Oh my Lord. It's cold here in Florida, unusually. Everybody around the world is up north has got a lot of cold, snow and storms and whatnot, but we're feeling it here too. Make no mistake. I haven't had sun in weeks. Okay, let's get this in here. Let me bring the temperature up. I was just heating the pan. Uh-oh, I already made a mistake, but no worries. I'm gonna put them in as fast as I can while the meat's still raw. I gotta get those onions in. I rushed, see? But that's okay because it's real cooking, and you get to see what happens when you make a faux pas and a mistake and things don't go exact. This is not, Food Network. I always say that to you guys. I'm not Bobby Flay or Giada De Laurentiis or even the Barefoot Contessa. I love her and her recipes. Okay, done. Voila. Get the onions in. Now, I did a very small amount, but it seems a lot. Onions stretch. Oh my God. Do they stretch? But you know what? I like a lot more in my stroganoff, so I think I'm going to go for all of it. I don't know. Let me just put a little bit more. I think that's enough. That's going to get saved because you never know. That could be something tomorrow. I don't waste nothing no more. I don't. I'm getting frugal. I'm getting very frugal in my old age. Because you know why? That little bit, I put it in a Tupperware, and you'd be surprised. You need that just a little bit amount of onion. Oh, this is driving me crazy. He put the board with the things so that it don't move to keep it from slipping. They are so strong, I can't move it to clean it. All right, let's get this or this. Okay, I got the heat up. Let's do it. Okay. We are making Josh stroganoff. This is so cool. This is one of my favorite recipes. I mean, dishes, dinners, whatever you want to say. I didn't always know how to make it. I learned years ago from another YouTube person, and I would do it from the traditional recipe with the sour cream and the heavy cream and the meatballs and all this other hoopla, and I always wanted it to be fast and effortless. And when I saw Lippy's, I said, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. And this isn't a long recipe. This will go pretty quick. I want to take you to where in the recipe it says to add the entire jar and 2.5 cups of broth or water. I think I'm going to manipulate. I think I'm going to make it mine, Lippy, and do a little bit of both. Maybe half broth, half this, or a tablespoon of Beyond bouillon or whatever that is I have in the refrigerator, beef with water mix. I don't know. I like a lot of flavor. I do. I'm afraid of not getting enough flavor and taste. I trust you, though. I trust you, but I want to play with it. That's the fun of cooking. I want to play with it. I want to make it mine. I love what you said, darling, about this is the perfect portion. This makes, okay, this is what's ideal for me and Vinny and my household about this. This is good for, I think she said, 2 to 4 servings. Now, I know Mr. Buddy and Mr. Vinny would probably be 2 of those 2 for 4. So I'm thinking it's 1 to 2.5, like 2 to 4 servings is going to be my portion for me and the rest for Vinny. You know? So I think it's perfect that I'm not going to have excess leftovers. I hate when I have a whole pound of anything. And look at the jar. This is awesome. This is perfection for me. I love this. And if this works out tonight, you're going to see these in my pantry. They're going to be lined up. All right, we're getting there. Uh-oh, we're ready to do it. I'm getting nervous. I've never done this. I always get nervous. It's like meeting a new friend. I always get nervous when I'm doing something I haven't done before. I'm going to get my beef bouillon. My Bedouin bouillon is what I'm trying to say. And mix that with the 2.5 cups of water. I like this. Okay, because it's reduced sodium. Better than bouillon. I gotta get my cup measure. And what does she say? 2.5 cups of water. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2.5 cups of water enhanced a little bit by my beef bouillon. That's what I'm gonna do. And she's saying if you have any excess fat or too much, I use chuck, and to be honest, looking in the pan here, you can see too, I don't have excessive grease. Look, I don't, so I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm not gonna touch nothing. I'm not draining anything. I'm not gonna put a Scotch towel in here. No. Smells good, looks good. Kind of digging this. If this works out, I know exactly what I bought. I know exactly what I'm using. I love when I have a recipe that's no-fail, systematic, that I could just put 1, 2, 3 and say, psh, and then it'd be done. Hoping this is it. Okay. Uh-oh. I knew I'd have trouble. Shit. And Vinny's watching TV. Oh, I got it. I always screw Vinny when I can't open the jar. What would I do alone without my Vin? Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit to enhance the 2.5 cups she's saying. 2.5 cups of water. I'm going to put them hot so they melt my bouillon. 2.5 cups of water and that whole jar. All right, let me do this. 2.5 cups. Okay. And you know, okay, let me see. Get this into here. Let me get that into there. having a little cesspool to dilute the beef. Bouillon. Better than bouillon. Let's cover that. Alright, let's put this in there. And there goes the bouillon. But no worries, I'll blend that in. Not a problem. I'll blend that in with the beef. It will dissolve as I see it already doing. It's already dissolving richly. Okay. Okay, let me get a napkin. Oh God, guys, that whatever got me good. Got me good. I hate a mess. If I don't cook clean, I don't feel like the recipe's right. Is that weird? All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. The whole jar now. We put the beef, onions, we sauteed it, 2.5 cups of water. You saw earlier the mixture, how I put this in with the noodles. Everything's measured out. Here we go. She said put a whole thing in. I've never done this. This is so fun. Okay, come on out now, noodles. Okay, Lippy, really? Okay. Come on. Okay. Well done. Okay, for the next batch. Now it says let it come to a boil and then down to a simmer. As it simmers, the noodles will cook, the broth will thicken, and we will have stroganoff. And oh my God, it smells really good. You have no idea how this is one of my all-time favorites. All-time favorites. Till this day, I'll give you a secret. A little secret about me. I still buy the Lean Cuisine Swedish meatball, low-fat, fast microwave dish because of this flavor. It's noodles and a little bit of meatballs and brown gravy because I love it so much. And it took me a lifetime to learn different recipes to make. I make Swedish meatball recipe, very similar to this, but with fresh sour cream. You have to make sure you always have that on hand, and then you got to mix the meatballs with the seasonings and the flavors and the spices, and it's, you know, it's a drag when all I really want is to just gobble this down with the beef flavor and the sour cream and noodle. So I'm hoping this satisfies that craving, and I think it will. I think it will. And you know what? Let me see if I got any fresh parsley to end with. Even if I didn't, I have dry. I'm doing this, guys, to make sure that that extra better than bouillon I added gets blended well. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not overturning. I just want to make sure everybody gets happy in the pot. And it's, you know, my crazy girl stove. She does not come up to a quick boil. I don't know why. Okay, see a bubble now. All right. All right. Once I see a good bubble, I'm going to cap it and lower. And then I'm going to pause you guys till the finish. Okay, everything's well incorporated. I see a bubble starting. We're coming up to a boil. We're coming up. Let me put my bouillon back in the fridge. Oh my God, I feel like I'm freaking cold. How ridiculous. Okay, now it's come to a boil. Now we got to bring it to a simmer. That's what she said. And then, okay. Now I got to put it to a simmer. Cover it. And let those noodles do their tenderizing. Okay, I'll be back as soon as it does that. Okay guys, she has thickened. The noodles have cooked. I am going to add the parsley and I am going to taste and show you what she looks like. Looks delicious to me. Okay. And we remove her from the heat because she is done and she is a thing of beauty. Okay. Let me rinse my hands. Get ready to taste because I'm in for a treat. Oh my God. Millie's smelling it and thinking she's getting some, but she's not. Okay, here's my bowl. Let me see if I can get you guys close up to see. Let me tip the camera and then I'll taste. We'll do it like that. I'm alone. I don't have no cinematography man now. Vinny's not feeling it. But look at this. How beautiful is this? Beef stroganoff. That's going to be my shot. Wait, let me come close. That's going to be my thumbnail. Beef stroganoff. Okay. Now, let me come up and taste. Okay. All right. I'm be honest. This is hard. This is hard when you're trying a friend's recipe and you just don't know. I don't know if I should add salt, if I should add extra sour cream fresh. I don't know. Everything seemed to be in the mix. You guys watched. You saw me do it. And I was amazed too. Don't let me burn my mouth, okay? I know I'm going to burn my mouth because this is that kind of dish. This is that kind of meal. Millie, you're not getting any. Okay. I love beef stroganoff. You have no idea. Since I'm a kid, I don't know what it is. I grew up, you know what I love liking? Hamburger helper stroganoff. That's probably why. But this is much better. Okay. I loved you before stroganoff, Lippy. I think I shortchanged myself in the salt when I did the dry mix. I want a little bit more salt, but that's it, darling. That's it. When I talk to Lippy, I get southern. Oh, sweetie, this is a keeper. Guys, oh my God. I'm going to make a few jars. And I like the fresh parsley added. You don't have to. You don't have to. She's right on the money, honey, with the ½ pound to this portion. You measured out the correct beef to noodle and gravy. I mean, it couldn't be better. It's not clumpy. It's not watery. Enough. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to eat this. I can't wait to serve Mr. Vinny. He's in there waiting because he had his quesadillas for lunch. I mean, it's been an all-day cooking thing. I don't know about this cleaning out the pantry, freezer, cook what I have thing. It's making me cook more if you ask me. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Get it. You got it. And thank you for giving it to me. Mwah. I love this recipe. This is the perfect portion. Let me show you once more. This is the perfect portion for 2 to 3 people. I mean, 4 people with garlic bread and a salad. Yeah, absolutely. This is wonderful. 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 I can't say enough about it. And don't do it yet. I'm going to show you another one from Lippy. I want to do your dry mac and cheese mix. Let me do it for my people. That's going to come up next because I'm loving this. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you, Lippy.